Okay, today we're going to be talking about different kinds of vipers, different kinds of venomous snakes. Basically, a lot of people don't know the difference between a pit viper and a true viper. Well, today we're starting out with a Gaboon Viper. Gaboon Viper is a true viper, meaning that it doesn't have pits, no heat sensing pits. They're true vipers. They have front fangs, which retract, or not retract, but will fold up into the top of the mouth. So when they open up their mouth, their fangs are extra long. As a matter of fact, Gaboon Vipers have the world's longest fangs, up to 2 inches. Today we're going to try to feed the Gaboon Viper here, see if he'll eat on his own. I've had him now for approximately a few months. Ever since I got him, he hasn't eaten on his own. I've had to force feed him. So today we're going to see if we can offer him food, see if he's going to start to eat on his own. If not, we'll just continue to force feed him. But I would rather him take it from me. I've had him in an enclosure like this with bedding. I've had him on newspaper. I've had his temperatures in the room higher. I've had him humid. I've had him drier. I've tried all different kinds of ways to get him to eat. None of them have been successful, so every time I've had to force feed him. So today we're going to see if he wants to eat on his own. He's hiding back here, over here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to lift his hide here. Get that out of the way. And as you can see, he's right here. So I'm going to slowly rub this on his body. You can see him huffing and puffing, which means that he knows I'm here. I'm going to move this to the front here a little bit. Just taking a little, lift his head up here. Let's see if he'll grab this from me. You don't want to stick it right in his face right away, because then a lot of times it'll scare them. So I'm a lot of huffing and puffing. Let's see if we touch him with it here. Again, I don't really want to scare him too much. He doesn't seem to be very interested in this at all. Okay. So unfortunately today it looks like we're going to have to force feed him again. Alright, well, doesn't look like he's going to eat that mouse. But again, we're talking about a Gaboon Viper here, which is a true viper. And a true viper means he doesn't have any heat sensing pits. They have front folding fangs. When they open their mouth, their fangs can actually extend out of their mouth. Normally when a Gaboon Viper bites, he holds on to his prey. They're related to the puff adders, and you can see why they're related as here. Puffs up and down. Same here, they're getting all upset and mad here. Don't want to get too close. Let me see one more time. We'll try here, see if he'll take it. That'd be awesome if you take this. But he doesn't seem to have any interest in the mouse at all. Sometimes you can aggravate them enough that they'll just bite it, just for the simple fact that it's annoying them. And once they bite it, they'll eat it, but he has no interest whatsoever in eating that. So we're going to have to tube feed him. And then after, I'm not going to show you tube feeding him, I got other videos of that. So once I get him tube fed, then we'll go on to the next snake. Okay, on second thought here, I'm going to go ahead and let you watch me tube feed him. Some of you guys might have not seen that tube feeding, so we're going to slide his head into the restraining tube, and we'll reach down and get him here. He's pretty easy to get into the tube, as you can see there. And we just simply move him forward. We get him up to the end here. Alright, and we're going to take the hemostats and grab this hopper right behind his head. Now, hopefully you guys can see this here. We're going to slowly get him to open his mouth up here, hopefully. Just by pushing a little bit in front of his mouth. Eventually he'll open it. Try a little more here. Sometimes this is where it takes the patience, not to rush it. Get him to open that mouth. There he goes. There he goes. Okay. And then we slowly, very slowly, start to push the mouse into the snake's throat. Now he's going to kink his neck up, which is what he's doing. So what I'm going to do is work the mouse from side to side here, trying to get it completely in there. Okay, come underneath the bottom of the mouse as well. Here, push it in a little bit, go back up to the top. There we go. And getting over on the side. We just keep working back and forth in a motion. Like I said, once he's got his neck kinked up there, it's kind of hard to get this to start moving. Work it from the bottom a little bit over on this side. Alright, get him to straighten his body up. Sometimes I'll pull him back a little bit myself. That'll help straighten him up. Once you get that mouse moving down his throat, there we go. Now he's cooperating, and just slowly, very slowly, push it as far in as you can. Okay. And we'll put his hide back in here, and then we'll pull him back out this way, right there. And you guys can watch him for a second while I get him some fresh water. I use my long hemostats here to put his water bowl back in. Don't want him striking at me. There we go. And put the lid on. And the final thing that we do here, make sure we put that lock back on the enclosure. And this guy is all done. He's been fed again. He may go for his entire life, unfortunately, having to be force fed or tube fed. But we're just going to keep trying every once in a while, see if he'll start eating on his own. Now we're moving on to my prairie rattlesnake. And a prairie rattlesnake is a pit viper. And if you look closely at his face here, you'll see 2 nostrils and 2 other sets of holes. Those 2 other holes are infrared heat sensors, so he picks you up by your body temperature. His fangs are also hinged, so they fold back into his mouth. so they're extra long. Rattlesnakes are called pit vipers. They are not true vipers. Again, the Gaboon Viper was a true viper. And as I clean this water bowl here, we're basically going to talk to you also about the different kinds of venom there are. Now, venoms are made up of protein and enzymes that come basically, they're modified digestive acids, and venom will do a few things. Now, not all snakes have the same kind of venom. What venom will do is some venoms will cause your blood to not clot, to thin out, which will cause massive swelling. Other venoms will cause your blood to almost gel up so it won't flow. You have venom that will cause damage to the tissue, does a lot of tissue damage. You have venoms that will cause neurotoxic damage, which will stop your the transmission of signals from your nerve cells. It'll cause your heart to stop beating, will cause your you to stop breathing. Now, many snakes have a mixture of different types of venom. Now, it's said that most of your rattlesnakes are hemotoxic, which means they destroy your blood cells, they keep you from clotting, while you will find many rattlesnakes, though, other rattlesnakes that have also neurotoxic mixed into that. So your venoms are a mixture of many different kinds of toxins. Not all the venoms are the same, so basically your anti-venom is specific to the snake that bit you. The thing with venom is, and I hate when they say the most venomous snake in the world is like, you know what? Or this snake can kill 1,000,000 men in one bite. That's nice. But you know what? The snake I'm dealing with, if it can kill me one time, okay, that's a deadly snake, and that's all I care about. So it doesn't have to have the most toxic venom in the world to be a very dangerous snake. We're going to start off here by trying to offer this guy a mouse. Normally he doesn't take it from me. Normally I have to hand it to him. Sometimes he'll bite it. Sometimes he won't. Just checking it out now. There. See, now he bit it. So now with him, what I do is I simply lay it down here in front of his hide, and he will go and he'll eat it after I put him back down. But again, this is a pit viper, front fang hinged, very long fangs. As you can see, he just strikes and lets go. The prey will die. Now, a lot of people think that they actually smell their prey as it wanders away from them. They'll go find their prey by the smell of the prey. Actually, what they do is they find the prey by the smell of the venom that they just injected into the prey. So as the prey wanders off and dies a little ways away, the snake is able to use his sense of smell, which is through his nose and through his forked tongue. The tongue is pulled back in. The Jacobson organ reads the particles of air that are brought in, and he can locate the prey that he just bit that way. And here we got my baby spitting cobra. Not a baby anymore, as you can see, getting quite large. With this snake, we're going to put on at least one of the hex armor gloves. This is a front fanged snake. It has small fangs located in the front of its mouth. When this snake bites, it usually holds on and chews into the victim. This being a spitting cobra, his fangs are a little bit modified, that they have holes located toward the front so that he can actually spit venom forward at you. What we're going to do now is I'm going to get his water bowl out of there. And he went poop in 2 separate spots, and hopefully we're going to be able to deal with him without taking him out of his enclosure today. Maybe not. He does like to move around a lot, but again, he's not aggressive. Let's see if we can get under here. Get a hold of that poop right in the front here. We're kind of annoying him now. Looks like I might have to take the lid completely off, which wasn't in my plans today. We'll grab this piece of poop here. He thinks it's food. He thinks everything is food. And let's see if we can move him a little bit. I think there's some more poop in here, right there. Okay. Grab that piece of poop. Get that out of there as well. Alright. And we're going to put his lid back on him. Now these cobras are noted for having hemotoxic venom, and I'm sorry, not hemotoxic, my mistake, neurotoxic venom. Neurotoxic venom is noted for shutting down the nervous system and stopping the heart from beating. So when this guy bites you, it might not be as painful of a bite as from a rattlesnake or a true viper, because theirs is more hemotoxic, which destroys the tissue and causes massive hemorrhaging. Okay, you gonna let me go there, buddy? There we go. Get your water in there. Now we're gonna offer him his rodent. Now, unfortunately, I normally don't thaw my rodents out by putting them in hot water. I normally thaw them out by leaving them out overnight, but I forgot and was one rodent short. So today, this one's been soaking in hot water for a few minutes. And get his attention here. Oh, there's the bite. Now 2 bites. You gonna take it from me, or are we gonna have to set it down? I think we're gonna have to set it down for him. We'll set it right up here on his log, and he will also go and start to eat that as soon as he feels safe. Let me get the lock back on the cage here. Alright, and then we're going to put him back up on his shelf, and he'll go ahead and he'll start eating that. And the last of the type of snakes we have is a rear fang snake. A lot of rear fang snakes are not very deadly, but we do have a rear fang snake like the boom slang. That snake bites you, within a couple days you're going to bleed out of every orifice of your body and end up dying. This is a mangrove snake, and mangrove snakes are noted for being very docile in the daytime. Right now the snake is sleeping. I can simply reach in, I can pick it up from behind the head here a little bit, grab another part of its body, and I can move it over into the restraining or the temporary enclosure here with no problem whatsoever. Now, obviously I picked this rear fang snake today for this video because he goes to the bathroom all over the place, smears it on the glass and everything, so I want to get him all cleaned up. He's not on the feeding list today, but I want to clean his cage. And then I'm going to bring you back to him as soon as I get this cage clean, and hopefully he'll be awake and he'll show you just how aggressive he is. But rear fang snakes are snakes that have fangs, but they're located toward the rear of the mouth, which makes it harder for them when they bite you to actually get their fangs sunk into you. Normally they have to chew up on you very quickly to get those rear fangs sunk in. The majority of your rear fang snakes have a mild venom, so they're not considered deadly snakes. A lot of people don't even consider them venomous, which is a mistake. But again, they are venomous snakes. They are not harmless in no means whatsoever, but they are not normally as deadly. But like I said, there are some rear fang snakes that are just as deadly as front fang snakes. Okay, now we got the cage all cleaned up, and our mangrove snake, she is wide awake. she's over here going crazy in this holding container here, striking at us. So I've put my Hex Armor gloves on, and we're going to get her out of here. She is a big girl. I'm going to get her down into the cage here. There we go. And hopefully she's going to be just show you just as mean as she actually is here. Oh, there she is. Let's see here. Let's see if we get her. Get her back over here. Let her see us here a minute. Got her head all flattened out. See, she had her mouth, look, her head's all V-shaped. She's got it all flattened out. She's puffing herself up with air. She's just in one bad mood right now, which is what she usually is at nighttime, but we woke her up and now she's awake and she's mean. Let's see, we can pull her back here a little bit. Get her, show her her true self. She keeps wanting to move over to this side of the tank here. Let's see, you're going to show us your mouth, huh? You're going to show us what you truly are? Come on. There she goes. Striking a little bit. Actually mellowing out. Now she's going to run and hide. But yeah, when she's awake, she is pure evil. She's a beautiful snake though. Definitely a female. Got to give her some water here. There we go. And again, she is a rear fang snake, which means it'd be a little harder for her to bite us. And if she did, it wouldn't be most likely a fatal bite. But it would be painful if she was able to get those rear fangs up into us. So this is the end of this video on fangs, all the different kinds of fang snakes. The only snake which I left out, and I'm not sure where it's even, classified as, is a stiletto snake. And a stiletto snake, actually, its fangs shoot out the sides of its mouth. So if you try to pick it up, all it has to do is just turn its head and jab you with its fangs. So it's almost impossible to handle this snake, even if you try to restrain it behind the head, because it can still jab you with its fangs. But that's, like I said, I'm not even sure how that snake is classified. It is a front fang snake, but again, they come out the sides of the mouth. Really cool type of snake. But this will be the end of this video. Like I said, if you like what you see today, click the like button, because we like to know that you guys are enjoying the videos. We welcome all your comments. And also, if you want to see what we do all the time, subscribe to our videos. This way you won't miss any of the new ones that we put out. Right now it's our slow season for our shows, so we're putting out a lot more videos on YouTube, more than we normally would. When we get into the months, the summer months and even the early fall months, we get extremely busy, so we don't put out as many videos. So again, keep in touch with us, use our comments. You can go to my website, you can send me, there's contact information at the end of this videos. You can get my email address, my phone number, any way you want to contact me. We welcome your comments. Again, if you like it, hit the like button. If you want to see what we do, hit the subscribe button. And basically, though, we want to just do what we always say here and just keep it real, all right? Don't be who you're not, and, you know, don't do things that stress snakes out when you don't have to. Don't try to be Joe Cool. You know, you're dealing with snakes. It's a cool thing, but let's not play it up to be more than it actually is, like you see here. This girl, you know, she can be nasty when she wants to be, but most of the time she's pretty laid back. I kind of wanted her to wake up for you today, show you that she does strike and her attitude. But in general, though, normally when I pick her up, I don't have to put on the gloves or use a hook. I can just reach in and grab her and move her from one container to another, because during the daytime these snakes are basically puppy dogs. But at nighttime, watch out, because they become she-devils. So have a good day, guys, and keep it real.